Hello and welcome to Britain Fights Back. Please subscribe and like to help this channel grow. Nearly 1,000 arrests have been made, with perhaps more to come, and almost 400 people charged over the disorders that swept the country in the wake of the Southport stabbings. The youngest to appear in court so far are two 12-year-old boys. They were caught at two of the riots and described by a judge as being more involved in the violence and disorder than any other deviant I've seen. And of course, there's no reason, no excuse for violent disorder, but what of those sent to prison for non-violent protest, or say, tweeting something our authoritarian PM Starmer doesn't like? Grandfather and father, Peter Lynch, died on the 19th of October at His Majesty's Prison, Moorland, in South Yorks, after he was imprisoned for writing in the wake of the Southport stabbings. Peter, the father of four, suffered from diabetes, thyroid issues and angina, and suffered a heart attack shortly before his death. Peter hung himself in prison, an inquest heard. Peter had been jailed for 2 years and 8 months after pleading guilty. Although he had never been in trouble before and was a hard-working man, his solicitor told him to plead guilty to civil unrest in order to secure a lesser sentence. At the time, Peter was pictured holding a placard which accused prime ministers, MPs, judges, the media and police of being corrupt. That was his crime. Doncaster's senior coroner, Nicola Mundy, opened and adjourned the inquest into Mr. Lynch's death. She was told that the prelim cause of death was hanging. The inquest heard that the ancillary investigations were still ongoing. Neighbours described Lynch as a kind man. Another said Peter said some stupid things, yes, but does that warrant almost 3 years in jail? So, for holding up a placard with hurty words and accusations towards Starmer et al., Peter lost his life. It appears he was in the wrong place at the wrong time, holding a placard with the wrong words. One question I would ask is, how does one hang themselves in a prison cell where other inmates sleep? In stating Starmer et al. Were corrupt, and now knowing as we do he was right, because we now know they withheld crucial information from the public regarding the deaths of those 3 young children. They allowed the British public to speculate, which turned their emotional arousal into an uncontrollable rage. For Peter, simply turning up for a protest with a placard of hurty words cost his life. Yet there are no such arrests for people turning up for the pro-Palestine protests, chanting death threats and singing songs calling for the annihilation of a complete nation. And don't even get me started on what their placards say. How difficult would it have been for Starmer to give a different statement to the public, saying, I don't know, something like, "We have now arrested the alleged perpetrator, and although suspicious materials have been found at his home which may or may not bring terror charges against him, we do not believe he is working with anyone else. Please keep calm and let the police do their work." Another case for Starmer's hurty word syndrome is that of Wayne O'Rourke, accused of posting misinformation about the killings online. On the 16th of August, the 35-year-old man from Lincoln admitted, having been advised to do so by his solicitor, to publishing written material online to stir up racial hatred. Sentencing him at Lincoln Crown Court, the judge told him, "You were not caught up in what others were doing, you were instigating it." The court heard among his posts on the 29th of July was a reference to the death of the 3 young children in Southport, alleging it was a terror attack carried out by a Muslim. Other posts were cited, like, "Starmer has basically said, it's us against them, hold the line." Another post read, "Numbers are important, give them hell, lads," the court heard. But Wayne's court case was heard on the 16th of August, and by the evening of the 29th of July, we are assured by Liz Truss, a Conservative MP and one-time Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, that Starmer would have known within hours, certainly no longer than 2 days. Wait, what? So while Wayne O'Rourke was at court for stating it was a terror attack carried out by a Muslim, the Prime Minister and the Home Secretary knew Wayne was right, but did not step in to stop his punishment. Wayne is currently serving a 3-year sentence for his tweets. I'd love to hear your comments on this, but for now, I'll say thank you for watching and we'll chat again soon. Cheerio.